80% of traders feel that trading is an incredibly lonely activity. So they don't usually talk to anyone about what they feel, their frustrations, their fears, and even their dreams. And that silence, that's exactly what keeps so many traders stuck in the same painful cycle over and over again. So today, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you can add to your trading toolkit, something that costs you nothing but can completely change the way you trade: an accountability partner. Here's the thing: trading messes with your head. You make a bad call, you break your own rules, you average down on a losing position, and then you sit there alone, justifying it to yourself. It was a one-time thing. The market was weird today. I'll do better tomorrow. Sound familiar? That little voice in your head, it's a terrible accountability partner. It lets you off the hook every single time. And that's how traders end up trapped in what I like to call the deathly cycle of the trading loop, making the same mistakes week after week, year after year. But there's a way out, and it starts with choosing the right person to hold you accountable. Now, here's where most people get this wrong. They think, I need another trader, someone who gets it. Actually, no. You want the opposite. Pick someone who doesn't trade. Your spouse, your partner, your mom, your best friend, whoever. And here's why this matters so much. When you tell another trader, hey, I lost $3,000 today because I revenge traded after a bad setup, they'll probably nod and say, yeah, man, it happens to everyone. And just like that, your mistake gets normalized. You feel a little better and you go right back to doing the same thing tomorrow. But when you tell your mom you lost $3,000, you're gonna see her face drop. You're gonna feel that shock. And that reaction, that's the wake-up call your brain actually needs. Non-traders give you perspective. They remind you that this is real money, real consequences, real life. Second thing, and this one's non-negotiable. You have to pick someone you can be completely, brutally, embarrassingly honest with every single day. Because the moment you start hiding things, sugarcoating your losses, or leaving out the part where you ignored your trading plan, the whole system breaks down. This partnership only works if you're willing to look someone in the eye and say, I knew I shouldn't have taken that trade. I did it anyway. Here's what happened. If you can't do that with this person, they're not the right partner. Simple as that. Number 3, you need a daily check-in routine. Not weekly, not whenever you feel like it. Daily. And here's the magic of this. It's not really about the conversation afterward. It's about what happens during your trading day. Because when you're sitting there at your screen, finger hovering over that button, about to do something stupid like double your position size or chase a trade you have no business taking, your brain remembers. Oh wait, I have to explain this to Sarah tonight. Do I really want to tell her I broke my rules again? That tiny moment of hesitation, that's where discipline lives. The mere thought of having to justify a dumb decision later is often enough to stop you from making it in the first place. And wait, there is more. The fourth thing. Your accountability partner needs to be a voice of reason when it comes to risk. Here's a great example. One trader I came across talks about how his mom was his perfect accountability partner. She didn't know anything about technical analysis, didn't care about chart patterns or indicators, but when he told her about a loss, she could instantly tell when it was way bigger than it should have been. She'd say something like, wait, that seems like a lot. That's not normal for you, is it? And he could try to explain it with all the trader jargon in the world, but deep down, he knew she was right. The loss was out of character. He'd broken his own rules. A good partner doesn't need to understand the markets. They just need to know you well enough to spot when something's off. So look, trading doesn't have to be a lonely journey. And honestly, it probably shouldn't be. When you find a real accountability partner, you put yourself in a completely different league. You stop being a trader who keeps falling into the same psychological traps, and you start becoming the kind of trader who lasts, the kind who actually makes it long term. So here's my challenge for you today. Think about who in your life could be that person. Pick up the phone, have the conversation, and start tomorrow. Good luck.